Hello and welcome to the DIY Investing YouTube channel. We are working through every company in the S&P 500 doing 5-minute stock reviews. Today we're discussing Advance Auto Parts here on QuickFS, which I use to do my quick analysis. Advance Auto Parts is stock ticker AAP, so they are a specialty retail business. Let's get into the business description. Advanced Auto Parts provides automated replacement parts, accessories, batteries, and maintenance items for domestic and imported cars. So basically, these are big retail stores that are providing all manner of parts that you can order either from the store itself or through their website. Serves both professional installers and do-it-yourself customers. They operate stores under Advanced Auto Parts, Auto Part International, and CarQuest brands, as well as other branches under the WorldPack name. They have 4,800 stores and 170 branches, and that covers basically what this store is. So it's a specialty retail company. I actually have heard about this company before. They have a pretty good long-term history, if I'm remembering correctly. And so they're kind of interesting in that they have a little niche that they focus on it. So think about niche retail. Now, beta, I always like to have below 1. This is 1.27, a little high. Not a deal breaker, but just something I notice. Share turnover at 265 is incredibly high. This signals to me that there's not a long-term shareholder base. The lower it is, the better. Ideally, I want it under 50%. Now, return on invested capital. What I see here is a lot of stability from 2004 up to 2011, but then and changes year to year are really small. There are changes, but it's not moving quickly. What I don't like here is that beginning in 2011, for every year since then, for the last decade, you've had lower and lower return on invested capital. So I don't know what's happening there, but their returns are consistently getting worse. And then starting in 2017, they dropped below my 10% cutoff that I like. So not only are returns getting worse, incremental returns on capital are getting worse and worse and worse. So something is happening here that I don't like. It could be financial engineering. I don't know because I know they're known for that. But you'd have to investigate that in a longer analysis. But let's look on 10-year median returns. So return on assets is 5.8%. That's not good. So you're going to need leverage to hit your return on equity targets. They do hit my return on equity target of over 15% with their 19% number, but clearly this is a business operating that's in a leveraged basis. Now, I care about valuations. I like to buy at the PE ratio under 15. Now, the PE ratio here is 22. That's okay. If this is a high quality business, you can get away with something in that 20 range, especially the low 20s if there's enough growth and there's enough, if it's well managed. And so seeing other ratios like low price to sales of 1.3, EV to sales 1.4 suggests that this could be a fairly valued business or slightly overvalued depending upon how it works out. Now, the big negative I see with Advanced Auto Parts is that the revenue has grown at 5.5% over the last 10 years, but assets has grown at 13%. So this is a bad setup. If assets are growing faster than revenue, it's going to cause this decline in return on invested capital. You're going to consistently get worse and worse returns because your assets are growing faster than your revenue. And especially if your assets are also growing faster than free cash flow and earnings per share. This is not a sustainable setup. They've probably been able to do this because they're leveraging up with debt, if I had to guess. And this is causing a setup that is not what I want to be seeing. Now let's look at earnings per share. So you see you've started the decade at $5. You got up to $7. It's not a lot of growth across the decade. So that's kind of concerning for a PE of 22. I would like a lot more growth for that. If we look at gross margin, you start at around 49%, 50%, and it's stable at the beginning, but then it drops to 45%. And it kind of stabilizes there. So maybe they had a business change in 2013, 2014, which is quite possible. So it's okay, but clearly this gap between assets and equity is caused by debt. So let's go look at the debt to see if my guess is right. So long-term debt, I'm immediately going to go down to, it's not super consistent on how big is this company? So this company is $15 billion. And they're running $300 million in long-term debt to begin, and they end at $1 billion. That's not a lot. So there's not a lot of debt. So what are they doing here? Where are all these assets going? They're growing inventories. and they're growing PP&E, their property, plant, and equipment. But basically, your assets have tripled or quadrupled over the course of the decade. So how does that compare to your income statement? So you quadrupled your assets, but your gross profit went up by 50% or 60%. So that's a problem. Your net income doubled, but you had to quadruple your assets. So this is the underlying problem in the business. If this balance sheet continues getting worse, then shareholders are going to be in a bad situation here. And this would deserve a low multiple. So the last check is cash from operations. Basically, has not gone up across the decade. You started at 829 million and you're ending at $1 billion. It's just you're having to spend a lot of money investing in capital, and you're not getting a lot from it. You're not really seeing a return on your investment. So although I was excited to do this one because I've heard a lot of good things about Advanced Auto Parts, I don't like what I'm seeing here. It looks like a business continuing to get worse, losing a competitive position. So this would be a pass for me.